Hello, internship class. It's Steve, your course facilitator. I just wanted to welcome you to the course and thank you for the introduction post that you recently posted in the discussion board. I'm really excited for this session. We've got a multitude of folks in the course. We've got some future computer scientists, IT professionals. We've got a few mental health professionals, victims, advocates. We have also some creative writers, fiction writers. So it's going to be an exciting time. I'm really looking forward to it. So you're going to find every so often that I'm going to post a video to let you know there's a human being on the other side of this computer and such. And part of this course, the exciting thing about this class is it's teaching you how to make meaning of your internship experience. So we're trying to help you reflect on the experience, process it, analyze it, think about different questions you can explore to create kind of a deeper meaning or higher level thinking, I guess you could say, about the experience. So any student that doesn't take a course such as this and is doing an internship is probably just going to brush the surface. They're not going to really try to really make connections maybe between their coursework and the practical components of their experience. They're not going to more than likely engage in those higher level critical thinking skills. So one of the things that I try to do in this course is provide you with some content, themes, topics, resources that relate to the actual, the actual material for the course. So today I'm going to just touch briefly on what I see as a blueprint for your internship. And that's looking at the intellectual and human dimensions of the experience. So when we think about the intellectual dimensions of an internship, we're really looking at how you think about the experience and such. So we're thinking about things like how do you analyze the situations that come up in your experience? How are you drawing conclusions from those experiences? How are you actually going from being more of a detached observer to an active, engaged learner? Some of you might have noticed in my response to your post, your introductory post, I was actually practicing this myself a little bit. I was asking you questions that you can further explore. So it's very important that we ask questions throughout the internship, that you have kind of that intellectual curiosity, that you give that intellectual curiosity a really good workout. And some of you already, I'm really impressed. Some of you already mentioned some potential connections that you see, excuse me, that you see making between the theoretical components of your coursework and the practical applications of your internship. So let's keep that going. And there'll be a future lesson a couple weeks from now that will allow you to actually practice connecting theory to practice. And then finally, on the intellectual side of things, it's important to have a strong self-awareness. Several of you, again, in your introductory posts, I could gain a really good insight that you are approaching your internship with a really deepened level of self-awareness, a strong level of self-awareness, particularly those of you that are in what I would refer to as helping related internships or helping skills related internships. That's going to be very vital to your effectiveness as an intern. Now we switch gears and we're kind of looking now at the human dimension of your internship. Now, I don't know how many of you are in virtual experiences versus face-to-face experiences. I'm here in the Washington, D.C. area, so I'm still working from home in my full-time job, so I don't know where all of you are located if you're actually doing face-to-face experiences or not. But regardless, whether you're doing a virtual or a face-to-face internship, there's going to be that human element. And that human element really is the emotional component of the internship, how we're feeling about the experience. And it's looking at it from different angles, from relationships. So the relationships that you build with your host site supervisor, that's so important to your success. Your host site supervisor is the go-to person, the person with the information power, the person with knowledge. Your colleagues also have that information power as well. Fellow interns that you might encounter, clients that you might be working with also form those relationships. And then I'm going to throw myself in there as well as the facilitator for this course, as well as all of you. You are all peers to each other in this course. So all of us also are part of the relationship component of your internship experience just by you taking this course. The third element is interpersonal conflicts and challenges. So a lot of times interns seem to be wanting to run in the opposite direction the minute a challenge comes up, or what I call those moments of crisis. And you really need those conflicts, those challenges, those moments of crisis to really grow, learn, and develop as a professional. All of you bring a wealth of life experiences to your internship, whether it's previous work experiences you've had, or some of you are probably raising families and such. So you never want to discount those experiences. And when you think to those experiences that you've had outside of your internship, you've of course been confronted with challenges and conflicts. So you already have a plan or a pattern to effectively manage conflicts and challenges. But they will, of course, come up in the internship. And if they're not coming up, if there aren't any challenges or conflicts, then I'm actually more concerned, because that means that there's probably not a whole lot of growth happening. You may have plateaued professionally or developmentally. So we always want to welcome challenge. And later on in the course, I'll give you some insights and perspectives as to how to manage challenges and to really keep the focus on the learning or educational dimension of your internship. You also want to make sure that, I'm a big change guy, so I believe in change. I believe in the power of change and helping others to change their lives and impacting others' lives and so forth. I'm really humbled by all of the experiences you guys have this semester in terms of your internships. The impact, the direct and indirect impacts you're going to have on others is phenomenal. So we never want to discount that. So you want to be thinking again from the human dimension side of things, the emotional dimension, asking the question, what change or impact can I have on the lives of others? And this goes for the IT folks in the group as well. You might be scratching your head saying, well, I'm not directly working with clients in this experience, but you might be developing software, or you might be developing a networking system or designing a networking system that is going to help or impact others. So we never want to discount that direct change and impact that you can have as an intern on the lives of others. And then the stakeholders in your internship. Look, I'm a stakeholder in your success. As the facilitator for this course, it's very imperative to me that you have an effective and successful experience. That's one reason I'm asking for your site supervisor's contact information, because I will be touching base with them every couple of weeks to see how are things going, both from your end and their end. So we want to have it be a win-win experience for both you as the practicum student or intern, but as well for the organization that you're serving and such. So you want to be aware of all the stakeholders in your success. Your families, you probably have realized this, hopefully, your families have a stake or a stakeholder in your success. They are rooting for you. They are cheerleaders for your success as an intern, as well as as well as your classmates in this course. Your site supervisor also, of course, wants to see you perform well, develop, and effectively kind of lead into your next step in your career path. So thank you so much for your attention with this. I know it was a little bit long-winded. I really hope that you find these tutorials helpful and such. There isn't a requirement that you view or watch these. Of course, it's not part of your grade in this course, but I think what you're going to find from me is part of my role as the course facilitator is providing you, making sense of content, providing you with some resources, providing you with content that is going to allow you to more easily make meaning of your internship experience. If you can't say by the end of this course and by the end of your internship experience that you have not changed in some really positive ways, then I have failed you and perhaps your internship has failed you. So we want to keep the train moving forward in terms of your personal, professional, and civic development. So thank you so much for your time. And one thing I always encourage is if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, you can email me directly at s.young7@snhu.edu. And thank you guys for your time. I hope you have a great day and a great night.